DJ Quik, right? I came across an interview that he did where he said that being around death row was like walking on eggshells. And he said that, him being around death row, he suffered from anxiety, man, being around death row. And he said that he was always nervous being around death row, man. What you think about him making them comments, man?
He probably did. Some people probably was like that. You know what I mean? Bruh, don't get me wrong. Going to death row is like worse than the streets. Like I come from the, you know what I mean? I came from the streets. You know what I mean? I come from the streets. I come from, seeing an environment. Like I've been in the middle of it. You know what I mean? My brother was at one particular time the biggest drug dealer in my neighborhood. So when you climb that ladder, you're gonna have people trying to murder you. You know what I mean? You're gonna have shootouts. So I come from that environment with my brothers and my cousins, and I'm going back to Jersey, and they like, move, put the bulletproof vest on. We had a shootout with this dude. This dude shot my brother house up. So I came from that, and I used to say the streets is dangerous. But when I got to the music industry and death row, it was worse. You know what I mean? Because you dealing with street dudes that imagine you a street dude, like for example, Suge Can-Am, he owned it. So you bring it in the streets in an environment where the police can't enter the studio. So everybody in there strapped, people get slapped up. If you was a sucker, if not like I got a lot of respect for DJ Quik. He's one of the most I like DJ Quik from a child. I always had a lot of love for DJ Quik. But if you gonna be a person got some fear from the streets and you come to death row, you're gonna have some fear in death row. And I'm not saying that about DJ Quik because everybody know DJ Quik is a solid dude. You know what I mean? But the death row, bro, they just had a way to just sniff out cowards. You know what I mean? People getting slapped upside the head. People, you know what I mean? It was what it was. You know what I mean? That stuff never happened to me. I used to be saying, I wish somebody slapped me. You know what I mean? I used to want some problems. Like, please try that stuff with me. You know what I mean? But it was a definitely wild environment, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The cowards would get just punked. It was just crazy. It was worse than the streets, bro. Because, like I said, the streets, you had an element of police controlling it. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna do something in the streets, you're gonna be trying to, you're gonna try to be real sly with it. Death Row, Can-Am, you in a studio, should pretty much rent this out. Nobody coming in and out. Security at the door. Police can't even come in unless they come in with a warrant. So they can just slap you, put their guns out on this individual. Nothing you can do. So you did see a lot of grown men being humiliated. For sure.
When I first heard about that, I did an interview with DOC, and he told me that him being in prison was better than him being on death row. And when he told me that, I was like, man, he bugging, he overdoing it. But wow, hearing you say it now, it's like pinning confirmation.
Now these jokers is wild, bro. There was a lot of wild dudes. You got to understand, like Suge, he was able to probably like have all the Bloods and the Pyru sets, had some of people from every Blood and Pyru set rolling with him, giving them jobs. And then you had other artists on there like Snoop and them. They had some real reputable, solid dudes like Trey D's a real one. Big C Style, these was real street dudes. They over here. Then you got, Corrupt bringing some of his homies from Rolling 60. These all gang mentality, gang members in one closed environment. So it probably was like prison. Like the Bloods and Pyrus over here, the Crips over here, any given minute, anything could pop off. Everybody was, was strapped. If you couldn't get the guns inside of the studio, everybody had it outside in the parking lot. You know what I mean? The only ones with the guns is like the security and whoever, Suge allowing. It was definitely wild, bro. I couldn't see it as, 16, 17 years old, coming from where I came. Like I told you, I came from an environment where I really come from that environment. You know what I mean? So going to death row, it was just like, it took me to become more mature to say, wow, that environment was crazy. Like you know what I mean? I had to get older to say it actually was worse than the streets.